guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing the impossible. At work the other day, a friend of mine was telling me about this thing called an impossible pie. We were talking about Easter, and my family's crazy when it comes to holidays. Any chance we get, we will all get together as a big family and make food or have like a big feast. So my coworker and I were talking, and I was saying that I would kill for a good banana cream pie because my grandmother makes the best one. So she and I were talking about that, and she's like, have you ever heard of the impossible pie? And I'm like, impossible pie? Like, no. She's like, oh, you should try making that. If I can't make a simple banana cream pie, what makes you think I'm going to be able to make an impossible pie? Like, what? Like, it's apparently just like a handful of ingredients, and then you mix them all in the same bowl, throw them in a pan, and bake it, and apparently it's supposed to separate itself into essentially like a coconut cream pie. And I'm like, so basically you don't have to spend all the time on layers or anything like that? And she's like, no, you just put it in a pan, put it in the oven, and ta-da! And I'm like, well, you know what? If there's any kind of cooking I can do, it's that. There's a science experiment that's like that. You put like dish soap and a bunch of different oils and food coloring and water and whatever else into a beaker, and when you shake it, it turns into like this big brown mess, but if you leave it for like a couple hours, it turns into a rainbow. So that's what I'm thinking about with this pie, is it's going to be like a science experiment. And so I'm like, this is going to make a complete mess because I suck at science. And I mean, the only kind of mixing I can do is like cocktails. So what you need is apparently milk, coconut, eggs, vanilla, flour, butter, sugar. That's it. So, if you give me one moment, I'm going to grab all of that stuff and be right back. Okay, so first we need 2 cups of milk. So I'm going to do that now. There, that is 1 milky bowl. Okay. This will be camera angle 2. Next we need 4 eggs. That's 4. We're going to do the eggs, which now I'm thinking about I probably should have done first, but that's totally fine. Because if I get any shell in there, it's kind of game over. Uh-oh. Two. 3. 4 eggs. Done. Now we need 1 cup of flaked coconut. Now I didn't know whether to get sweetened or unsweetened, so I got both. I'm going to go with sweetened for this round though, because why not? This is half a cup, so we'll do this one twice. One. Then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 1 teaspoon. And she goes. So we need half a cup of flour. If I can open it, that'd be great. Now all I need is sugar and butter. So I got my sugar. I need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So cool. Now I need 8 tablespoons of butter. So basically half a cup of melted butter. Cut it. Okay, I'm going to melt it. Alright. I now have half a cup of hot butter. Alright. Okay, and then the only other thing it says is to use a power mixer and mix it well. So, here's the thing. I don't have a mixer. What I do have is one of these and one of these. Don't make a mess, okay? My machine's gonna stir.
This.
Keep stirring.
Okay, like this. Do this.
Something like that, yeah.
I want to taste them now.
No, baby, no.
No.
Don't taste anything. There's a bunch of raw egg in there. He wants to taste it. So, we need to preheat the oven to 350.
But what are you going to need?
Well, you gotta gotta keep mixing. What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't just stop.
Nice.
Gotta find my pie plates.
I'm sewing really hard.
Okay.
I'm moving really hard. Wow! Come so nice.
And then I got my pie plate.
It is dripping. I put a little bit out. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
What is this?
I'm starting to kind of understand the whole impossible part because it looks very, very runny for a pie.
No.
I'm not really sure. We'll have to see. Coconut cooking looks really disgusting. I'm like really not a fan at all. Alright, so once this is preheated, apparently it goes in for 45 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, y'all done?
Yep.
Okay, stand there.
Okay.
Hold this right there so you can see this. I want you to be able to see that at all times, okay?
Okay.
Like that. Stay.
Okay.
Ready? We're going to do this, and hopefully it doesn't make a mess. Ew. Keep it there. Keep it there. All right. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So as you can see, this is what we've got. It's just a big tray of yuck, truthfully. We just got to wait for the oven to preheat. We'll toss her in, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Here's the thing. It's called Impossible Pie, and I have to wonder why it's called impossible, you know? Is it impossible because it just never sets right? Is it impossible because, like I said, it's like a science experiment. What if it turns out to be like the equivalent of taking a shot of battery acid? Like, maybe it'll just like melt my insides, and therefore it was not successful, you know? It could literally be anything. It's just, what, like 6 ingredients mixed in a bowl, poured in a thing, and put in the oven. Like, I don't know why they'd call that impossible. It's more like impossible to screw up. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how it works out, you know? And, like, if it works out okay, if it's delicious, then I've just, like, conquered the impossible. Is that what I'm getting at here? Is that right? I don't know, but I'm excited to see what happens. So, stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated. And welcome back. So, an update is that, it's rising, and I don't know if it's supposed to do that. It might actually be an impossible thing, because it's doing weird things. So, hopefully it turns out okay. We've got about 12 minutes left on the clock. And then I'm supposed to take it out. So I'm hoping it doesn't rise too much because it's already pretty close to like going over the... I'm sure it won't, right? Like, I mean, like, that's the biggest kind of pie plate you can get. And they wouldn't have given me a recipe that's too big for the biggest pie. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And this is the product here. So... for whatever reason, my color's all funky, but best way to describe it is to cut it. So let's just do that. So I got myself a butter knife, and we're going to cut it right now. Here we go. You can hear it. It gets actually kind of turned into like a crust. Alright, you guys, so this is what we got right now. I got a piece cut into it, but I don't have like a lifter. So pancake flipper will have to suffice. Here it is there. There's a slice. Look at it. So it's supposed to have separated itself into like a top crust type thing, which it definitely has. And then it's supposed to have like a creamy center, which it definitely has. And then there's supposed to be a crust underneath, which kind of got stuck to the spatula, so it's there. The bottom crust has like little or no flavor. The middle, the texture is horrible. Mind you, I'm not like I can't even eat like oatmeal. But that wasn't, okay. Now, I really like the top. This is a piece of the bottom crust. If I'm being real with y'all, you know what? I'm gonna be so honest. The center kind of tastes like it's been like regurgitated by something. Like how it's like slimy and kind of flavorless, but yet the top, like the top has, for some reason, there we go, all the coconut settled in the top. It's like all the egg ended up in the, I don't know, I have no idea how it worked. But anyway, this is the top. And it's actually really good. But the rest of it, I'll pass. I don't honestly know what I was expecting from that. I'm not huge. I like coconut, but I'm not a huge coconut person. The textures were so far and different in between. Like, the bottom was like really, like bland. Not like a crust. Like, you'd expect it to be a little more crust-like, I guess. The middle was just like slimy, salty, maybe too much egg. I don't really know, but it was like a mess. But again, if you're like the type that likes like tapioca pudding, maybe you'd like it. But it's just not the texture I can really handle. The top, I like the top of it. I like the top because it was kind of more there's more of a crisp to it. There's actually a bit of a texture to it that isn't slime. That would be the Impossible Pie, and I'm not so sure I'm satisfied with it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!